Robyn Fralick.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, tough one for us tonight. A lot of credit to UCLA. I mean, they're really good. They're, I think we've got a lot of really good teams in our league, and they're a team that legitimately can win a national championship. And, the messaging I shared with the team was just we were late to the fight. It's a 4-quarter game. I thought our second half we played tougher, better. But, you got to start. It's a 40-minute game. So we got to be sharper, more connected, executing at a higher level over the whole 40 minutes. But, credit to UCLA. They're big, they're tough, they're good. They do a lot of things really well. And I was happy to see our second half response, and we got to be able to build on that.
Robyn, you obviously won national titles at the Division II level and sort of seen what the top of a level looks like. When you face a team like that, what is that? Does it motivate? Does it humble? Does it discourage? Like, what is the overall mindset coming out of a game like that?
I mean, all the above. I think it's all of the above. And it's a good reminder, like, when you're playing this level of team, you got to bring your A game, and there's no margin for error. There's no margin for mistakes. And the level, the sharpness, it really challenges that. So I think it's all of the above. They're this unique combination of incredibly experienced, big, skilled, inside out, and everything they do makes sense. Like they've had a lot of kids who've played a lot of meaningful basketball, and you can tell they're very connected on both sides of the ball. And obviously their size for us, we knew going in would be a challenge, and that was hard. And they're big at really every position.
Robyn, you mentioned yesterday, I think it was the rebounds would be critical in the game. Without watching the film, is there anything you saw live that they were doing that gave them that tilt to the boards?
Well, I'll see it more when I watch film. I mean, part of it is when the ball starts at the rim. They had a lot of plays where it was lobs to the rim. You're kind of just hoping off that if there is a miss. I feel like, I'll see off film, but there's a number of things. I mean, one's physicality, too. We had a number of balls, I thought, in the first half where we tip it and then not grab it. In this game, you have to get those basketballs, right? You have to find a way to make that our possession. So, as I shared, we were late to the fight, and you can't be late to the fight against the heavyweight.
Robyn, the Penn State game and this, what's the trick to get off to a better start in the second half? But
Yeah, I mean, that's on me. That's on us to figure that out. We do have to start better. And, the better teams you play, there's no, you don't get to kind of figure your way out into a game. We absolutely have to get off to better starts. So as a staff and as a team, we need to figure that out and, make that change quickly.
What happened with Rashunda and how is she?
Yeah, I don't totally know. I'll go see again. Hoping she's okay. I know her back spasmed up a little bit, but hoping she's okay.
How does this group regroup really quickly before Michigan on Sunday?
Well, that's the only choice. I mean, and you gotta, from games like this, you lose or you learn, and there's just things to learn. And the reality is, in our league, there's no time to blink. There's no time to worry. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself because there's another really good team coming. So we got to learn quick. But the biggest thing is playing 40 minutes connected, people on the same page, together basketball. And we can do that. We have done that this year. And, against the best teams, it's required.
How difficult is it to prepare for a team defensively when they not only have the tallest player on the court, but they have all these offensive threats also around her?
Oh, I mean, they're a really hard matchup. I mean, in every way. I mean, they've got, at every spot, they have really good players. And then there's the size is obviously that's challenging for us on a normal night. I think it's extra challenge. I mean, they are really big. And they play through their posts, and they dominated us tonight on points in the paint. So we knew that was going to be tough. I was hoping we'd do it a little bit better, but moving forward, we've got to find ways to minimize points in the paint.
noticed Theron didn't have the boot on anymore. If you made a decision that she shut down for the year, do you know what you're going to do yet there?
You know, I don't know if there's final answers yet. She's not, she's not back practicing or anything like that yet. So she's still in process of healing. I mean, there's still, there's still time. She's still not back. So I'm not sure what that means in totality, but she still needs time to get better.
Robyn, you talked before at the last game and about the balancing the competitive spirit along with the execution.
Yeah.
What are your feelings about how those two things went in tonight's game?
Well, the first half, our execution was bad. I mean, we weren't. You got to be on the same page. We have to have better communication. We have to. There has to be a connectedness of what we're doing, and you have to remember things. You know, this time of the year, there's a few things that we're always going to add, and you have to be able to remember it and execute. So that's a growth area for our group. Competitive spirit, that's something I feel like I've really. Has been a strength of ours throughout the year, but against the best teams, both are required. And second half, I mean, we saw a way better version of that. We still gave up too many rebounds. There were still challenges with guarding them in the paint, but we played much better basketball. So, putting that together for 40 minutes.
Coach, you've talked about a teamness and a togetherness on both sides of the ball. What do you feel like is the next steps to try to get back to that? You guys have kind of hit a bit of doldrum lately.
Yeah, I mean, we're also just playing really good teams. So, I think what's Michigan? 6? 7. Maryland's 15. UCLA's 2. So, I don't know if it's a doldrum. I think it's, we've got to rise to the level of the challenge, and we've got to do that quickly because that's all that's left on our schedule.
Anything else, Coach? Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for covering.
Thank you. Sunday, Coach.
Thanks, guys.